The CyberIrishman is at Osaka's Expo 2025, the World Fair. I've been here for 4 days looking around the pavilions and the events, and here are my top picks for the things that you should do if you come to Osaka 2025. And don't forget, get your tickets well in advance because you can start applying for lottery tickets to see the popular pavilions 30 days in advance of your arrival here.
Now, the ring is a magnificent structure. It is one of the largest wooden structures in the world, and it surrounds the exposition. There are maps all over the expo that show where the different pavilions are in respect to you and the ring. The major pillars on the wall are clearly marked with their location numbers, and there will be a segment map nearby that shows you what other pavilions are close to you. Now at night, the ring is fantastic, and it gets very peaceful after 7 o'clock. You can get to the top of the ring using the stairs throughout and escalators by the east and the west points of the ring. It's a great place to both overlook the exposition in its entirety or to watch the drone show at the end of the night. Ireland is one of the first pavilions you'll come to if you enter through the East Gate. The first part of its exhibition is a recreation of an Irish peat bog, and it's done really well and has some scents that make it smell very authentic. There's a room dedicated to Irish arts and crafts where you can try your hand at playing an Irish harp, which was very popular. The next room hosted 3 Irish musicians and dancers who encouraged participation with a very serene Irish montage projected on the wall. All in all, I left there feeling very relaxed. The Earth at Night Pavilion did a great job highlighting many Japanese traditional skills, also explaining how these skills are very regional. Pride of Place was a 1 meter diameter lacquerware globe with a great explanation of the painstaking process of creating the globe and the many different artisans needed to bring it to life. The Advanced Air Mobility exhibition showed a drone-like air vehicle that could be used for remote medical evacuations, where the medic pilot needs less flying experience than a traditional helicopter pilot. It was a full-scale model and it was pretty impressive. The exhibition also had some other conceptual flying vehicles on display as models. The Pasona NatureVerse was by far the most impressive of the tech pavilions I got to visit, and a definite must-do. It started out featuring a display of how raw materials are used to create modern technologies. Participants are then ushered into a room with a very impressive moving storytelling projection system. The story explains the interconnectedness of nature, technology, and humanity. We were assured that modern technologies are our friend and not our foes. And if you can't trust Astro Boy's word, then whose word can you trust? Still in the NatureVerse pavilion, we got to see an actual lab-grown heart muscle beating in a vat, just like a normal heart muscle would. It was fascinating. The Flying Operations Unit was a concept of a mobile operating module that could be dropped into remote locations with a surgeon performing the operation from anywhere. Honestly, I wasn't super convinced by this one. If you are not able to get advanced reservations to this pavilion, it is worth trying throughout the day and even worth queuing for. The Korean pavilion was pretty large with 3 zones, but I wasn't able to film the laser and voice shows, which were also pretty interesting. I was allowed to film this demonstration of converting carbon dioxide in human breath to energy using a hydrogen fuel cell, which was also pretty interesting. All in all, a pretty good pavilion. The Serbian pavilion was a great pavilion if you have smaller children, and it was all about play and human connection. There were no do not touch signs here. The exhibits and the staff really encouraged the kids and those young at heart, like myself, to touch and interact with the exhibits. It was full of vibrant colours and just felt very welcoming. The highlight was a hybrid real mechanical and virtual Rube Goldberg type machine. kids were encouraged to drop a marble in and watch its complicated journey before popping out the other end. All in all, I'd say this is a must-do if you have smaller children. The Gundam Pavilion was one of the largest and definitely a must-do if you are a fan of Gundam or any high-tech immersive exhibition. We started our journey learning the story of Gundam. Then we were taken on a long and exciting journey in a space elevator up to a space station tethered to the Earth. We get pretty good views of both the Earth and space all the way up to the space station. They did a great job setting the scene for what comes next. Just as we were admiring the space station, things take a turn for the worse and we get thrown into a battle between the goodies and the baddies. Now, a word of warning, kids under 5 might find this overwhelming and a little bit scary. I was fine though. I won't give away the ending, but I made it out alive at the end of my first day at the expo. I hope you enjoyed day 1. Please check out my subsequent visits as I was at the expo for 4 days in total. I'm the CyberIrishman. Follow me here for cybersecurity, AI and digital nomad content. And if you're interested in cybersecurity or AI training, contact me via my website, cyberirishman.com. Catch you on the next video.